Jordan Dabby. For Macy's line producer, Carolyn Kolinsky. The sky explodes into a huge burst of orange light. More spheres of explosion fill the night sky, leaving trails and puffs of smoke behind. Director of photography, Liam Jordan. Assistants to executive producers, Saleh Cornajo, Althea Gray, Sean Miller.
Seinfeld, NBC Tonight.
AirGuard Security would like to remind you to set your alarm and check your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed response. Remember, Amera guards it.
Lithia Subaru of Fresno proudly supports tonight's first segment of local news that matters. Lithia Subaru of Fresno. Subaru. Confidence in motion. Local news that matters. This is KSEE 24 News at 11.
Good evening. Happy 4th of July. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Alexander Balakian. We'll have much more on the 4th of July celebrations across the valley in just a moment, but we want to begin with some breaking news tonight. A very tragic scene in Clovis. A pedestrian killed after being struck by a Clovis fire truck on an emergency call. This all happened in the area of Clovis and Barstow. We want to get right out to our Jennifer Ortega, who joins us live from the scene. And Jen, what's the latest on this?
I heard them earlier, but now I don't hear them. Yeah.
And it seems that Jennifer Ortega is having trouble hearing us. We want to say that obviously this is happening just before 9 this evening, where a Clovis Fire Department engine was responding to an emergency call with their lights and sirens on. They were southbound on Clovis, then hit a pedestrian who was in the roadway. The pedestrian passed away on scene. Clovis police has requested that the California Highway Patrol complete the completion of the investigation on this collision. Take a listen here.
This evening, just a little bit before 9 o'clock, Clovis City fire truck was going to a call responding southbound on Clovis Avenue. It had its lights and sirens on and unfortunately struck a pedestrian that was in the roadway.
And of course, as this scene develops here, we do expect Clovis Avenue to be closed between Barstow and Jefferson for the next 4 to 6 hours. We'll have much more on this breaking story coming up a little bit later in the newscast. We also have more breaking news tonight, where the search for a missing teenager on Lake Yosemite in Merced County comes to a tragic end. The teen was last seen just after 4 this afternoon near the pier. The sheriff's office says their body was discovered a short while ago. They have not released the identity of the teen. Well, 4th of July celebrations just wrapping up across the valley. Thousands made their way out to see the spectacular light shows. And earlier tonight, Jennifer Ortega with the sights and sounds of some of the biggest events.
You can just feel the excitement in the air. It's the moment everyone's been waiting for. The city of Fresno ending their night with a bang in their first fireworks show at McLean High School. But we started our day in Clovis, taking in all the red, white, and blue festivities.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's something we look forward to every year. We've been coming out here for the last 8 years. Bring your canopies, bring some water, bring some fruit.
This is the 25th year for Freedom Fest, what many say is the biggest fireworks show in the valley, costing $30,000.
The fireworks show. It's like the best one in town.
This is our biggest fundraiser of the year. So today's show will fund 75% of our annual projects, from scholarships to bike programs.
Families posted up early with lawn chairs and blankets inside La Monica Stadium, and even outside hours in advance.
I've got a DJ here, so we got music playing, we've got games for the kids.
Clovis fire crews, of course, on standby to make sure everything runs smoothly. In Fresno, the city hosting their first fireworks show at McLean High School. The event completely free for the community.
I think it's a good thing, you know, like it's exciting. for, the community to be able to come out and have an event like this.
We're trying to shut down fires from happening during 4th of July. Why not we do it by legal technicians that know how to do fireworks?
A good turnout here with thousands of people packing the stadium, ready to see the show.
This is a pilot, so hopefully if it works out and we get a great turnout, maybe next year we'll have it here and another site in the city of Fresno.
And around dusk, fireworks lit up the valley sky for a show in Fresno of nearly 18 minutes, bringing smiles to everyone from cheek to cheek.
A beautiful sight there. And the Fresno skyline, you may have noticed, littered with illegal fireworks. Right at dusk tonight, Fresno fire stretched thin with all of the emergency calls. Here's just a sample of what we saw.
Fresno broadcasting for info, aerial fireworks near Sierra Vista Shield. Fresno broadcasting for info, very loud fireworks in David Beach, area of Sample and Willow, kind of like possibly from a cannon. Be advised that 2 males are inside of a tent smoking each of those, and they possibly also saw a firearm laying next to them, requesting an area check. For aerial fireworks in progress.
Fresno broadcasting fireworks in the area. Subjects doing fireworks in the roadway, causing traffic to back up. One priority, shots of fireworks heard in the area.
And we want to get back out to that breaking story in Clovis tonight where a pedestrian is killed by a fire engine truck. This happening again in the area of Clovis and Barstow. Jennifer Ortega now joining us now with the very latest on this update. Jen.
Yeah, they have this whole area blocked off. A lot of police activity out here. Let me show you what it looks like. That fire truck is in the way where that person was hit in the roadway. Now, here's what we know. It happened just before 9 p.m. this evening. We're told a Clovis Fire Department engine was responding to an emergency call with their lights and sirens on. They were southbound here on Clovis Avenue when they hit that pedestrian who was walking in the roadway, and we're told that pedestrian, again, didn't make it. The California Highway Patrol is now leading this investigation. Officials tell us that they expect this area, Clovis Avenue, to be closed between Barstow and Jefferson for the next 4 to 6 hours. Again, like I mentioned, this is a very developing story. It looks like we're going to get an update very soon with more details. So, of course, we'll be able to bring you that information as soon as we get it. Live here in Clovis, Jennifer Ortega, KSEE 24, local news that matters.
Things and firefighters stress having a water source readily available, whether it be a hose or a bucket of water, to keep them away from people in case there's a dud that wants to explode again. To use fireworks should soak in a bucket of water for 24 hours. If you don't end up shooting all your fireworks off, you can properly store them.
The best way, if they don't come with the brown paper sack through the vendor, I would put them in a sealed, clear plastic container away from humidity, away from flames like grills or propane heaters, and away from any ignitable gases and fumes.
And you can also check with your local fire station to see if they have a collection available for unused fireworks. Also on this holiday, drive sober or get pulled over. 4th of July may be wrapping up, but the CHP and local law enforcement still on the lookout for those driving under the influence. The CHP already reporting 1,000 DUI arrests since Friday. Fresno and Clovis police departments have every available officer deployed tonight. They're cracking down on those driving under the influence to keep the holiday as safe as possible.
We are out there in force. We will find you. We will arrest you. The last thing you want to do is spend your 4th of July holiday in the Fresno County Jail or in the morgue. That's what we're trying to avoid.
And
it was excessively hot.
Fresno PD on Saturday alone during their DUI checkpoints, they screened over 450 cars. Of those, 9 DUI arrests were made. Clovis had 4 DUI arrests, which they say is typical for a holiday weekend, but they to rely on all local police agencies working together to stop impaired drivers. Fire crews gaining more ground tonight on the Whiskey Fire in Madera County. Earlier today, the Sheriff's Office lifting all evacuation orders and warnings. It has burned 84 acres to this point and is 20% contained. The fire broke out yesterday afternoon in the 59,000 block of Road 225 in North Fork. CAL FIRE says that a tractor accident sparked that fire and a 65-year-old Southern California man died in the crash. The Madera Sheriff's Office reminding residents to be cautious on the road as emergency vehicles and personnel are still working in the area. Well, the community coming together to help a local church raise enough money to cover the loss of thousands of dollars worth of fireworks after being ripped off. Over $5,000 in fireworks were taken from the Faith Baptist Church fireworks stand near Shields and Palm in Fresno. The church uses the money to raise each year, funding their youth camp. Today, the community came out to support the church, and they raised more than they expected. Exact figures are not all in, but even after the loss, the church says they believe they will hit their initial goal of $10,000.
We've had people call in, giving donations. People have come to the fireworks stand, not even to buy fireworks, but just to donate to help us out.
The church organizers say that they're grateful for the community's support, and they want to thank those who came out and bought fireworks or donated. Still to come here at 11, it would not be the 4th of July without the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. How a famous California native once again went home with the mustard belt.
It was hot again today here in the Central Valley. Temperatures did hit 100 in Fresno. We're cooling off now. 87 for Fresno, 83 in Visalia, and 75 in Madera. I'll talk more about what you can expect for the rest of the week. But for right now, here's your 4-day Boz allergy forecast. Your top ponds are grass and oak, and levels are in the low range.
There are terrific stories highlighting education across the valley.
Stories of remarkable students and teachers, innovative programs and curricula.
Dedicated to improving our communities.
The Fresno County Superintendent of Schools and KSEE 24 are committed to sharing these achievements
through stories that focus on educational excellence in our community.
Education Matters, Mondays at 6:30 on KSEE 24, local news that matters.
Made possible by EECU, Fresno State, and Chevron.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The thoughtfully redesigned 2023 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus up to 32 miles per gallon, a 260 horsepower turbocharged engine, advanced technology, and an extra-large touchscreen. The 2023 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you.
Get to Subaru of Fresno, where every new Subaru comes with complimentary maintenance included.
KSEE 24 is your local weather authority, always the most accurate, and now the Chuck Chansey Getaway Forecast gives exclusive regional information for your weekend. AJ Rubin and the Chuck Chansey Getaway Forecast is all you need, and it's all on KSEE 24, your local weather authority.
There are terrific stories highlighting education across the valley. The Fresno County Superintendent of Schools and KSEE 24 are committed to sharing these achievements.
Stories that focus on educational excellence in our community.
Education Matters, Mondays at 6:30 on KSEE 24, local news that matters.
Made possible by EECU, Fresno State, and Chevron.
Can't get rid of that stubborn belly fat? Get the body you've been dreaming of. Dr. Maj and Maj Medical Clinic use the latest in minimally invasive liposuction technologies. High-definition Lipo 360, together with skin tightening, achieve ultimate body sculpting results with minimal downtime. No more jelly roll. Maj Medical turns this into this. And really, it's time to do a little something for you. Call Maj Medical Clinic today for your free consultation and get the body you've been dreaming of.
KSEE 24 News is brought to you by Accelerated Urgent Care.
Good evening, I'm Catherine Phillips filling in for AJ Fox tonight. Happy 4th of July. Today was another day near 100. We're going to see similar temperatures again for tomorrow. But then after that, some 90s are ahead of us, and we have lots of sunshine on the way. We did hit 100 degrees here today in Fresno. Some spots warmer, some spots just a few degrees cooler. Our average for this time of year is 97 degrees, so we were just a few degrees above average for today. Across the state, chilly on the coast, 57 in Monterey. Still warm in Palm Springs, 95 degrees, but a nice 80 87 here in Fresno, 75 in Madera, 79 in Lemoore, and 88 in Hanford. Compared to yesterday, we're the same exact temperature we were yesterday in Fresno, about 5 degrees cooler in Madera. So this is what you can expect for the rest of the night. Temperatures are really going to start to cool down by the 2 a.m., 4 a.m. hours. Waking up tomorrow around 6 in the morning, 68 degrees. But by 10 a.m., it's already in the 80s. By noon, we're close to 90. We'll hit our high temperature around the 5 o'clock range. We'll see highs in the upper 90s for most of us for tomorrow. So here's the view from the Eagle Mountain Casino camera at our KSEE 24 studios. You can see some fireworks there in the sky as people celebrate the 4th of July. Overall, a clear, crisp night ahead of us. So here's our satellite and radar for the past 24 hours. We really have still seen that high pressure system just sitting on top of our state, making our temperatures a lot hotter than usual. It is starting to weaken, and that is what's leading us to see these cooler temperatures for the next few days. So here's our futurecast radar for the next 48 hours. We're going to stay clear in the valley floor, but some cloud cover and some precipitation is possible near the coast, Monterey area, stuff like that. But we're here we are clear on the valley floor. Moderate air quality for most of us. However, for those sensitive groups, Tulare and Sequoia National Park, unhealthy air quality there. Overnight lows tonight are in the 60s, 66 in Hanford, 62 in Selma, 68 in Fresno, 63 in Madera. Spots like Chowchilla, 60 degrees, Mariposa, 65 degrees, Merced, 63 degrees, Oakhurst, 68 degrees overnight. And then for tomorrow, some of us will see triple-digit temperatures once again. Madera, 100, Fresno, 99. Spots like Auberry, more comfortable, 92 degrees, Dunlap, 93, Hanford, 101, Tulare, 100, and Pixley, 98, Delano, 96. So parts of us will see those triple digits just kind of depending on where you are. So here's what we can expect for the next 5 days. 99 for tomorrow. Some of us could see triple digits. Thursday, 95, Friday, 92, Saturday, 92. And then we do start to warm up a little bit by Monday, 98 degrees, and by Tuesday, return of the triple digit temperatures, 101. So we do have some cooling ahead of us with temperatures in the 90s below normal for next weekend before we heat up again here in the Central Valley.
Catherine, thank you. The undisputed king of hot dog eating has won yet another mustard belt after weather delayed the Coney Island Independence Day tradition. San Jose's Joey the Jaws Chestnut won his 16th belt at this year's Nathan's Famous International Hot Dog Eating Championship. The professional eater gobbling up a total of 62 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes. Beating his closest competitor by more than a dozen dogs. Chestnut remains the world record holder, having downed 76 hot dogs and buns. That was in 2021. Visalia's Pablo Martinez, who has competed in 8 of these contests, did not participate this year. I have a stomach ache just watching that. All right, coming up next in sports, would the Fresno Grizzlies win in front of a sellout crowd here on the 4th of July? Andrew Martin joins us now. Andrew, how you doing?
Alex on, yeah, great crowd tonight, and the Grizzlies trailed by a few runs in the 5th. Were they able to come back and win? I'll let you know next in Sports Central.
KSEE 24 is your local weather authority, always the most accurate. And now the Chuck Chansey Getaway Forecast gives exclusive regional information for your weekend. AJ Rubin and the Chuck Chansey Getaway Forecast is all you need, and it's all on KSEE 24, your local weather authority.
There's nothing we haven't seen, from a broken spring to a garage door on a car. Precision never hires subcontractors. We're always same-day service from our own highly trained technicians.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Friday nights when the sun goes down, the fun is just getting started at Island Water Park. Join us for After Dark 6 to 10 for 24 with 24 Friday nights. Admission is just $24, half off the regular price when you scan this code. Scan now for an evening of fun, food, night slides, awesome activities, DJ music, and much more. The only way to get this exclusive TV price is to scan this code. 24 with 24 Friday nights 6 to 10 at Island Water Park, sponsored by KSEE 24.
KSEE 24 News is always available at the new YourCentralValley.com.
Toyota's 4th of July sales event is on. Choose your own adventure in a new Toyota today. When you choose a car, truck, or SUV from the most reliable brand on the road, you're ready for fun. Now get low 3.99% APR on an adventure-ready RAV4. Spacious Highlander. stylish Camry, or rugged Tacoma. Toyota's 4th of July sales event is on now. Toyota, let's go places.
Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
At 8:43 p.m. on Tuesday, the Fresno Grizzlies announced the sellout crowd at Chuck Chancey Park. The Grizzlies always have great crowds on the 4th of July, but interestingly enough, they don't have a great record on the 4th of July. Just 8-9 in games played on this day since 2005. Last year, the Grizzlies lost to San Jose on the 4th in front of an announced crowd of 11,302. Perhaps the outcome would be different in 2023, especially since the Grizzlies have been red hot lately. They've been on the road the last 2 weeks. They went 10-2 on that road trip. The opponent on Tuesday, the same as last year's opponent on the 4th of July, San Jose. The Giants have 2 ex-Bulldogs on their team. One of them, catcher Zach Morgan, playing first base in this game. And no more mustache. He shaved it off since the last time San Jose played in Fresno. Morgan 1 for 4 in this game with a walk. His teammate, Tanner Otremba, got the scoring started in the second. A solo home run to left to give San Jose a 1-0 lead. In the third, it's 2-0 San Jose when the newest Grizzly, Dion Jorge, makes a play at short. That saves a run, and the Grizzlies come back. They win 5-4 in 10 on a balk. Meanwhile, in Visalia, the Rawhide also winning on the 4th of July, 7-2 over Lake Elsinore. That's 4 straight wins for Visalia. Back to the Grizzlies. A former Grizzly is headed to Major League Baseball's All-Star game next week. Kyle Tucker. He's hitting .295 for the Astros this season. Tucker replaces Mike Trout, who will miss the game due to injury. By the way, Tucker played in Fresno in 2018. He hit .332 that season. Meanwhile, Wander Franco is headed to the All-Star game as the replacement for Aaron Judge. We learned on Tuesday that Judge has been hitting off a tee, though he still can't run. The ex-Bulldog has been out since June 3rd. Franco is a shortstop with Tampa Bay. He's hitting .283 this season with 10 home runs and 43 RBI. Finally, on July 4th, we say, Happy Birthday, America. We also say happy birthday to Kevin Sutherland. He was born on July 4th, 1964. That makes him 59 years old in 2023. Sutherland has been a professional golfer since 1987. He's an ex-Bulldog, an All-American at Fresno State in the late 1980s. Dodgers lose to the Pirates 9-7, Giants lose to the Mariners 6-0, and Joey Chestnut wins another mustard belt, 62 hot dogs and buns in the annual Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. Visalia native Pablo Martinez Jr. did not compete in the event this year. And that's a look at sports.
Today, buying drugs is as easy as sending a text. Parents, please talk to your kids about the dangers of fentanyl-laced drugs before it's too late.
It's the final days of Central Valley Honda Dealers' July for Honda sales event. So let's celebrate what brings us together. A fun and fuel-efficient ride from Honda, America's #1 value brand. From the Redwood Forest to the Delta Waters to that secret spot with the juiciest smash burgers you've ever tasted, Honda brings us together. But if you want a tasty deal on a new Honda, you better roll into your Central Valley Honda dealer ASAP, because this sales event ends July 5th. Ask anyone who owns a Honda.
I'm attorney Tom Dunyan. And I'm attorney Connell Dunyan. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call us. We're on top of it. We're on top of getting you good medical treatment. We're on top of getting your expensive medical bills paid. And we're on top of getting you the big money for your big truck case. If you've been hurt by one of these monsters, call us. We're on top of it.
Hurt by a big truck? Call 1-877-DUNYON. DUNNION.
At Little Caesars, Bacon Wrapped is back. Get a hot and ready Bacon Wrapped Detroit-style deep dish pizza for $13.99. Or now you can Bacon Wrap your favorite large round or deep dish for only $3 more when you create your own pizza online. It's like a warm bacon hug. Mmm. cuddle up next to a bacon-wrapped pizza from Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
Experts predict a busy disaster season. You can turn compassion into action. Volunteer with the American Red Cross and help people affected by disasters like home fires, wildfires, and floods. Join us and turn tragedy into hope. Visit redcross.org/volunteer.
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who know.
Stay healthy. Boost your immune system at Madge Medical Clinic with our special high-dose IV vitamin C therapy. Call 559-740-7989.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
This is KSEE 24 News at 11.
As we celebrate the spirit of America, a special honor today for a woman who embodied that spirit. Erin McLaughlin reports.
This Independence Day, there's a new addition to the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library, a gold celebration of another 80s icon from California.
The United States sending a woman into space was a very important event for at least 53% of the population, and I'm very proud of that.
In 1983, Sally Ride became the first American woman and the first acknowledged gay astronaut to travel to space, although her sexuality was not made public until after her death in July of 2012.
She's a Valley girl at heart.
Yeah, spot
Who
on.
knew? I know, right?
Unveiled today, a replica of Sally now overlooks California's Simi Valley.
Oh, wow.
Her niece Kate joined us for a sneak peek.
I want the world to see what she represents, which is equality and inclusion.
Sally Ride's legacy, motivating girls and young women to pursue careers in science and technology, living on in her namesake school in Los Angeles.
She was the first woman who went to space, and she was brave.
It's pretty cool because mostly boys go to the space.
She inspired me by going to space because I want to be an astronaut, but I really want to be an astronaut.
Yeah, and she paved the way for that.
Yeah.
To see that the impact is remaining, it fills my heart. A famous quote of hers is, "You can't be what you can't see." You can become whatever you want to become. Whatever you see in yourself, go reach for it. Challenge yourself. Discover what is meant for you and create a better world because of that.
Erin McLaughlin reporting. Still to come here at 11, kicking off a baseball game in style, which Valley Star opened up tonight's Grizzlies game.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes sale is happening now. Pay 0% interest for 60 months with no minimum purchase. Don't miss instant savings on select items up to $1,000 off. And all veterans and active military will receive 10% off their purchase. Only at Ashley.
So you're fed up with that one cable news network you knew and loved, and more importantly, trusted. Did you know there's another choice out there you can trust? News Nation has a trust rating higher than CNN, Fox, and MSNBC. And you can only be the most trusted name in news with the most trusted names in news. See why America's fastest growing cable news network is News Nation. To find News Nation on your TV, go to joinnn.com.
Accelerated urgent care, feel better, faster from anywhere. A doctor visit while you're on the go. Telemedicine from your phone. Accelerated urgent care. Accelerated urgent care, feel better, faster from anywhere. A doctor visit while you're on the go. Telemedicine from your phone. Accelerated urgent care.
For 75 years, Whitey's Pets has been helping you find your new best friend. We carry leading brands of dog and cat food at great prices. Our expert staff will help, whether you're just starting out or have years of schooling. Whitey's carries all the supplies and accessories your new friend needs to be happy and healthy. Shy friends, furry friends, slippery friends, friendly friends. Whitey's Pets, open every day. The best service and selection for 75 years. Say, how long is that in dog years?
Les Miserables, still the world's most popular musical. Experience the breathtaking production that leaves both audiences and critics awestruck. Les Miserables.
Playing the Soroyan Theater July 25th through 30th. Get your tickets at BroadwayandFresno.com.
Some people love adventure, and then there's Gilbert. Who knows what brought him to Table Mountain? But one thing for sure, it wasn't confidence. He looked around. What catches his eye? Blackjack. His first hand, 2 aces. So naturally, he splits them.
The book says to split them.
And guess what? Hits on both, gets paid. Hey, Gilbert, meet adventure. Another lucky day. Table Mountain Casino Resort.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes sale is happening now. Pay 0% interest for 60 months with no minimum purchase. Don't miss instant savings on select items up to $1,000 off. And all veterans and active military will receive 10% off their purchase. Only at Ashley.
Well, finally tonight, that is the Golden Pipes of Fresno teenage Alyssa Witrato kicking off tonight's Grizzlies game at Chancey Park, singing the national anthem. Witrato, of course, was on the 22nd season of NBC's The Voice as part of Team Gwen Stefani. Again, she was eliminated before the top 10, but has booked several gigs since. Very popular, as you see there, signing autographs at the game tonight. And as you heard from Andrew, the Grizzlies won tonight's game on a balk-off. Yeah, a balk in the 10th inning, and the Grizzlies beat the San Jose Giants. We want to thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful 4th of July, and we want to celebrate with you tonight one last time. Take a look.
Start your day with KSEE 24 to get all the local news that matters on KSEE Sunrise.
Come on, ideas, people.
Spicy sauced and loaded chicken sando, curly fries, taco, Sprite,
And a baked brownie. You dig?
I was just gonna say that.
Same.
My Munchie Meal, only at Jack in the Box.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Join a community of students and faculty who believe in equity, inclusivity, and social justice. Choose progress over procrastination, achievement over apathy, and start to succeed on purpose.
20 years in the making. Built on edge-of-your-seat excitement and fantastic fun, it's the event you've been waiting for. Chuck Chansey Gold's $1.5 million celebration. And you can win big every week. Like a chance to win $1 million or $1,000 in lucky kiosk cash. And everyone is going to want this. Celebrate 20 years of lucky winning at one spectacular celebration. Only at Chuck Chansey Gold Resort and Casino. Feel the fun.
Experience some of the greatest planes in history up close and in person at Castle Air Museum. Treat you and yours to our family annual membership, good for 1 year of free museum admission for parents and children from the same household. Plus 10% savings in our gift shop, all for just $125. We carry a wide selection of aviation apparel, toys, books, mugs, display models, unique collector chocolate bars, and much more. Make a visit to Castle Air Museum and come be amazed.
I'm saving with Liberty Mutual, Mom. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. You could save $700 just by switching.
Oh, let me put a reminder on my phone. On the top of the pile.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey, Snoop, wrong commercial.
Where we going, Jack? Now that's a munchy meal.
You could also swap that ultimate cheeseburger for a spicy chicken sandwich.
For real?
For real.
For real?
Yeah, for real.
Build your own munchie meal, only at Jack in the Box.
From Studio 6B in Rockefeller Center in the heart of New York City, it's The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon.
Hey, 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 hey.
Tonight join Jimmy and his guest, Jerry Seinfeld, Adam Devine, musical guest, Bruce Springsteen, and featuring the legendary Roots Crew.
1753.
And now, here he is, Jimmy Fallon!
Hey, 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 hey! Hey, 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 hey! Hey, hey, hey,
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to The Tonight Show. You're here. Thank you for watching at home. I want to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.